Hey guys, gonna make another video for you guys today. This time it's gonna be about the overall 2020 rollback power rankings, and this time it'll be just the top 10. And before I hop into it, just want to define what I consider the five tiers. S plus and S, in melee terms, would be like god status. You know how there was six gods in the past. Rollback with I believe we can have a couple of people in the god status, which would be S plus and S, and then S minus I would put the demigods, you know, and then beneath that A and the B tier, and it'll be a pretty good top 10, and it'll be pretty similar to my November power rankings lists, but you know I think with Luz tournament being the biggest tournament prize for wise / like the most competitive event, you can definitely make some changes to the overall list. So, number 1, Zayn. Best year of his career easily. Only like 3 people beat him. Me, Axe, and Mingo. And even like outside of Axe, who only played like once, like he had like pretty dominating records against me and Mingo, and he's never lost to anyone else. Literally lost like week 1 SCL. And got like fifth place, I believe, at Luz tournament. So besides that, he kicked ass like throughout. So he belongs in the number 1 spot, the current best player. Number 2, Mango. Also deserving of his own tier because you know, he beat Zayn at SCL 1, and his overall pound for pound record, he has a couple losses here and there. They're still really good. Cut above the rest, and he is definitely deserving of god status as well. So Zayn and Mango, the 2 gods currently of melee. Left one would be a interesting thought if he, you know, played in the same field as us. How would he do? He'd probably be around S plus potentially. Like he's left and right, and watching him play the Europeans, I think he's still incredibly sharp. Even his Sheik against Zayn in 3-frame friendlies seems pretty dope. So it'd be an interesting thought to see where he'd put Leffen. Probably S plus or S. Next bracket, S minus. So who I consider the demigods of melee. I gotta give it to IDW. Consistently, him and Nunn are like really close. But I think at the end of the day, Cody deserves a little bit more. So Nunn number 4. Contender for number 3 and 4 are definitely Cody and Nunn, no question. Head to head, pretty even. Nunn does have a Mango W, but Cody, I think, placed a little further at the couple last big tournaments, sometimes beating Nunn on the way. So very close, but again, Cody number 3, Nunn number 4. Number 5, I got to give it to Wizzy. Had a great run at the last Ludwig tournament, and overall really consistent and kicking ass as a whole. Showing overall good gameplay against everybody, and he might not have been to the most tournaments, but he went to basically every big notable rollback event, and he, you know, he always like pretty much delivered. Just not on quite the level as say Cody or Nunn or the people above him. Number 6 is me. Last of the demigods, 3 Falcons in a row. I was pretty consistent too. I had pretty struggle matches versus people above me. Versus Cody, I had probably closest sets, but I do have a Zayn W at LEC is 3, so I think that's enough to boost me to a demigod status. That's number 6. I think it's good enough to boost me up. Outside of that, I'm pretty consistent against everyone beneath me. Never really had a horrible event for the bigger events. And yeah, that's a pretty good top 6 right there. 2 gods, 4 demigods. Seems about right. So next tier is A. here I gotta give it to people who were consistent and or had like a some awesome runs on top of like decent performances. Nothing like horrible, you know. So I'd say Ginger is number 7. Why? Because he had a great run at Summit, and overall was like consistent at beating people beneath him, and you know, did really well. Like at November, if he had a really close set with Wizzy for top 4. Barely lost to Wizzy. If he beat Wizzy, I would have put him above me on that power rankings, but he barely lost to him. Got Stomp Need, upgrade, killed by 3 moves, so after that, at least he has 3. He did decently, so you know he's consistent and sometimes he has pretty good runs. Being solid ass people. Number 8. Pretty close, pretty close. Gotta give to Axe. Axe is he had a hell of a run at LACS 3, you know. Hell of a run. He beat Zane and had a close set with Cody, so he played strong. Outside of that though, he wasn't too consistent besides that turn. He ended very strong, right? But there's also that like lost a lot of people beneath him. He at first was getting like kind of demolished, especially like starting like SEO League 1. No offense to him, but he stepped it up slowly over time, and it kind of culminated in LECS 3. Still kind of a wild card player, but as of like end of 2020, like I think his 4th place run, beating Zane, 1 of 3 people to beat Zane, me, Mingo, and him himself. Puts him right here. Number 8. And number 9. Hungry Box. Far cry from being number 1, but as he definitely showed a lot of progress, kind of like Axe, as the tournaments went on. And I think he does deserve number 9. Summit could have been a hell of a run. He beat like none of his pools. Had close sets against people beneath him, but ultimately coming out the top, like people like Sunsei. And you know, by virtue of his tournament runs for the big events, I think he deserves number 9. And we had number 10, Zach Esfet. Overall, very solid. Zach's Mr. Consistent, like versus people beneath him. With some exceptions, I think he might have like a Falco problem. Sometimes you see Falco's worse than him, like take him out. But besides that, he tends to do well versus people he's evenly matched with. He kind of consistently loses to people above him. Historically, like Zane, he's like 17-0. Hungry Box, some similar record. I think HBox took out Zach in winners at LACS 3, and then Zach lost to Zane. So Zach got 9th place at the last tournament, losing to like the top 8, 2 top 8ers, right? Or 2 people like historically beating him. So kind of a dark horse. 2020. 2021 he started kicking more ass, but that's like a different story, right? That's not what the list is about. It's about 2020. So that's my top 10. Again, Zane, Mingo, 2 gods of melee at the moment. Cody, none, me, Wizzy, 4 demigods, 3 falcons, neck to neck. Cody being the best current fox. Be really interesting to see if Leffen would, you know, stack up. Could be probably around S to S plus. Maybe if he played us, we beat his ass. I don't know. We'll find out one day. And then drop off. I think this is fine. The Ginger Axe HBox Zach. 2 gods, 4 demigods, 4 strong players. pretty good top 10. And nothing more to say about that. If you guys have anything to comments, if you guys disagree or think other people should be on the list, then feel free to hit me up. Thanks for watching.